scenes. This is a shelf that I found at the Goodwill, and it was painted a very bright gold, which I did not care for at all. Everybody has, I'm just going to move this up a little bit. Everybody has their own taste, of course, but to me, this is like kind of a country style shelf, and I just did not think that the very bright gold was a match for the style of the shelf. But we all have our own taste. So what I did is I brought it home, I cleaned it up. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it. I did not pay a lot for it. So I brought it home, I cleaned it up, and I sanded it as best I could. On the sides, I got it pretty much to the bare wood, but inside, it was so hard to get the sander in there that I couldn't get all of the gold off, but I did get a good bit of the gold off, and I'm pretty sure it's rough enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it, and I want it to be, first of all, I want to put my gloves on so I don't end up with paint all over me. But I want it to be a black color, and hopefully it will be sort of a matte black color, and then I'm going to distress it. I have one room that I'm still working on, and in that room I'm working on a grouping that's going to go on the wall, and this is going to be part of that grouping. So if you've been here before, you know that I am redecorating my house, and I'm giving it a kind of a vintage farmhouse vibe. And I think that this shelf will go nice with it. I've got it sanded the best I could, and now I'm going to get started. I really want it to be a black. I have some acrylic cream coat, and I have a chalk paint, which is called ink. So I'm going to put some of those together. Let's see. Well, actually, let's see what we can do here. I'm just going to kind of mix the two of them and see what it gives me. This is the black that I have used before to go on top of tables. So I'm just going to kind of stir it up a little bit, and let's see what we're going to get. Just kind of getting this black on here. Then I'm going to let it dry. Once I let it dry, I'm going to do a little bit of distressing. Just kind of getting that on there the best I can. All of the decor from the 80s is coming back. When my children were small, I think I got married in 1985, and in my first home I had a lot of the blue and the mauve and the ducks, had all that vibe going. The country, like country wood, had like the hearts cut out. It had the little pegs like these, And you could take the little candles and put the candles, like hang the little candles from the shelves. I tell you, if I had known, I could have just saved all of that stuff and saved myself redecorating. So anyway, I got all this gold off the best I could. I definitely like the way it takes the paint in the areas that I got all of the gold off. But like I said, I could not get the gold off of some of it. It was just too small of a space for the sander, and I tried to do what I could in hand sanding. Oh, I should have took a before picture. Oh, I forgot to do that. Anyway, I've got a lot of really cute things that I'm going to be able to put on this shelf. Today I got a little burlap bag, and it had lavender in it. So cute. That's one of the things that I'm going to put on the shelf. I've been getting some of the little mini hens on a nest, and I'm going to put them on some of the shelves. So I'm already liking it much better. To me, a bright gold was not, this did not look like the type of shelf that should be done in a bright gold. But that must be what matched their decor. And sometimes we just have to use what we can get a hold of. But I am glad that they donated it to Goodwill, because I am going to make good use of it. At least I'm going to try. And I like the way that I'm still seeing the wood grain. I've mixed these two colors of paint together, and I'm still seeing the wood grain, and I really like that. Like I said, I did the best I could to get as much of the gold that I could off, but some of it was just too hard to try to get the sander in, so I was having to hand sand it, and there's only so much that I can do, because I do have arthritis in my fingers. So okay, just giving you an idea how the black parts are looking. I don't know if you can tell, but I can see the wood grain, and I'm liking that. My plan is to paint it all in the black, let it dry very well, get good drying, and then I'm going to do a little distressing. I think I paid $3 to $4 for this shelf. I've had it a while. I had it in a video when I had a lot of things I had bought that were going to need sanding. And I had this in that video. I went to only one thrift store today, and I got some really nice finds at that one store. They were putting stuff out while I was at the store, and one thing I got was an antique china cabinet. I think it's from like possibly the 1940s. I need to do some more research on it, but I got that, and it was $25, which was a really good price, and it's in pretty good shape. So I'm not sure. I know some people would disagree with this, but I don't get antiques for the sake of them being an antique. I get the antiques because I like them. And so I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the wood. It's like a cherry wood or a mahogany. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it in that or not. Or if I possibly may chalk paint it. I'll have to do a little more looking into it. But I definitely did not buy it to make any money. I bought it to keep. Bought it for me. So that was my biggest find. And I also found a shelf that was very unique. They called it a biplane shelf, and it literally looks like an airplane. It has wheels on the bottom. I'll have to show it in one of my hauls, or maybe I'll just show it at the end of this video, because I got two what I considered were unique items. So I paid $7 or $6 for the shelf, and I brought it home and cleaned it up. I put it on Facebook Market because it is not something that I want. And if I can flip that, that will pay for my china cabinet that I bought today. Because my china cabinet was only $25. So that would be pretty neat. Because my goal is to decorate my home for free. And so far, I'm doing a pretty good job of it. So I'm mixing up just a little more paint. I wish y'all could see good enough to see how this is, how the wood grain is showing through the paint. I really do like that. I think I might, these brushes are just no good. I might not even get through this project before I have to change my paintbrush. It's a foam brush. Got it at the Dollar Tree because I knew that I was out of my foam brushes. Yep. back in the late 80s and early 90s, I used to sell home interiors. And almost everything that we were selling back then is what people are selling now as a vintage. And it's so funny because I was watching Whatnot the other night, and really young girls were on there, and they were selling this stuff, and they were like, don't you just love the vintage? And I thought, man, I am vintage. I remember when what they're selling right now, we were buying it new. And they're selling it for a higher price than we paid when it was new. And I couldn't believe some of the things they were selling. They were selling dishcloths and dish towels, vintage dishcloths and dish towels, and some of them were not in good condition. And I was like, wow, it's shocking. I mean, some of the pot holders have burn marks on them, and people were not only paying money for them, but also paying to ship them to their house. And I was like, wow, if we had only known. So I had to take the little things that stick out at the bottom. I had to take them off, the little pegs. I had to take them off when I sanded. So I put them back on. Wonder if I should paint the back of this. I don't know if I want to paint the back. I'm not sure if I want to paint the back and have it up against my wall. I wouldn't want any of that black paint to rub off. But at the same time, it looks much better when it's the same color. I'm gonna have to put some thought into that. All right, let's see where we are. Oh. Oop. Have to put that back on. Okay, definitely time to go with a new paintbrush. So that's what we're gonna do. Y'all, this is as bad as people call Mod Podge boogers. I'm getting paint boogers. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, hi, how are you doing? Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed, I am going to do a giveaway. I need my glasses on, and I don't know where I put them. Oh, I see them. I am going to be doing a giveaway. The giveaway is going to be a milk glass bud vase. It is a genuine milk glass bud vase. And it's going to be the milk glass bud vase and a dish towel set hand sewn by me. It's going to be like a scrubby and a washcloth or a dishcloth. It's going to be a few different things. They're going to coordinate. That's going to be the first prize. And then the next prize, and whoever wins can choose either one of them. The next prize is going to be a random box of crafting supplies. So if someone wins who does not like crafting, they might want to choose the bud vase and the kitchen set. But I did a video and it was on July 4th. And that video gives you instructions on how to enter the contest. Basically, you just go to that video and you just sign subscribe. You just comment. Oh, I'm sorry. You comment giveaway. And the only rules are you have to be 18 and you have to be subscribed to the channel. And whoever is the winner, I will just let them email me privately an address to send the winning to. Okay, I think that this is pretty much, I'm going to have to let this dry. And then I'm going to do a little touch up. And then I'm going to do the sanding. So I want it to be black, but I want it to be distressed. So, and I should have done it before because this, I did sanding on this because this shelf was bright gold. Someone had spray painted it bright gold. To me, it's not the right type of shelf to be bright gold. But everybody has different tastes. That's why things are interesting. We're not all the same. We're all different. So nothing wrong with that. Whoever had originally painted it black, bright gold, they might see what I'm doing and be like, what is she doing to that shelf? So let's see. Mary Ellen, how are you doing? Hi, Mary Ellen. That is Mary Ellen, right? I think I have two Mary Ellens now. My first Mary Ellen won my very first contest. So y'all make sure you get in that contest. I'm gonna take let people like sign up for a couple of weeks. Okay. All right, y'all, I have to let this dry. Yeah, the only things I got at the thrift store today, I got the china cabinet, which that is going to be picked up on Thursday. I talked my son-in-law and my son into picking that up for me. Now I have to find somewhere to put it. Y'all, I really don't have anywhere to put it, but I just could not resist it. I really couldn't. So, anyway, let me try to see that we don't have any more drips. I really wish that I could have got all the gold off, because I can tell where the gold was sanded all the way off. It looks like it's taken the paint better, but I just could not get all of it. All right, I'm gonna let me look at this real good. All right. Okay, so here's what it looks like right now. I'm going to let that dry really good. And then I'm going to do some distressing on the front of this video. When I post this video, I will post what it looks like when I'm completely finished with it. But I've definitely got to let it dry good. So I'm going to do that. Going to go ahead and change these gloves out because they are terrible. Let's see. All right. Okay, so this is Nana with So It Seems, and I'm going to let this dry. Once it gets good and dry, I'm going to do just a little sanding to do some, let's see what we got. I'm doing much. Oh, yes, that's me. Yes, she did. She won some sewing notions and material. So whoever wins this time is going to get a choice. But y'all make sure you find that video. It says how to enter or how to win or something. All you need to do is write giveaway in the comments. And the picture of the video should be a 4th of July vignette, because I did that video on the 4th of July. So, okay, everyone, y'all have a great night. And this has been Nana, and I hope I'll get to see you in the next video. If you like thrifting, upcycles, sewing, crafting, and antique and vintage sewing machines, this is a good place for you to be. Thanks for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.